Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Tuesday, the 6th of December, 2022. Remember, we are live on Synergy Network. So viewers from Monday to Friday, from 7 to 8 p.m. We also have a rerun the following day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So remember, viewers, we are on the social media platform, Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook, TT Real Talk on YouTube, subscribe, and on TikTok it's Saieed Ali Real Talk, one word, Saieed Ali Real Talk. Search us, add us, like us, share us, tell your friends and family about Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Synergy Network. So viewers, those of you up the Caribbean, a special good night to you in Trinidad and Tobago, around the globe, friends and family, a special good night to you. Now, remember, Real Talk Credit Union is offering you 4% on fixed deposit. The highest, we always stop it. Real Talk, always stop whatever percentage any financial institution is giving you. We are always above the rest, remember that. Now, when I tell you 4%, you're getting 4%. Some institution will tell you 4%, and when you do check, you get 2%, 1%. No, we are not doing you that. If I tell you you're getting 4%, it's 4%. All you have to do, come into Real Talk Credit Union information. We are on number 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. You can see we got a picture of the building and throw it up so people go know. We are on Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas, viewers. Not Caroni as in licensing office side. Not on that side. We are in Shogunas. Shogunas is about a minute, 2 minutes away walking from our building. So if you're on the Caroni Savannah Road and you're looking for our building, that is our building on screen. You can't miss it. It's one of the more or less the tallest building on Caroni Savannah Road. Brown tile front, glass front building. You cannot miss it. You can't. So come on down, pay us a visit, find out about the 4% on fixed deposit. You could also open a savings account for your kids, for the grandmother, the grandfather, the brother, the sister, the husband, the wife, and do business with us. Remember, I, Saeed, have been around for 5 years in the public domain and have never slipped. By the grace of God, I have never slipped. I try to be outspoken. I try to be, live my life as a public figure. No skeletons in the closet. Really good, really good, really good. But nevertheless, Real Talk Credit Union is offering you 4% on fixed deposit. Come on down, join our credit union. It will benefit you. Saeed, so how your credit union will benefit me concerning fixed deposit? You're getting 4%. How much are you getting presently at your bank? How much are you getting at your bank? But nevertheless, so viewers, in some parts of Trinidad, there might be a little weather, but nevertheless, today we did our school drive today. We went to a school in Barapur, but we have that, we'll try to organize that picture for you, what we did at the school, later on our program tonight. So viewers, as we at it, today Real Talk group of company together with Real Talk Credit Union, both of them collaborated together. We visited a school today and we provided a specific classroom with toys. Right? With toys and gift bags. That is what we did today. Now listen to this. People would say, Saeed, you are a Muslim and you are meddling with this thing they call Christmas. Right through the year, we give charity. We have our food drive that is presently taking place. Like I said, if you want to make a contribution, not a problem. You contribute $500 towards our food drive, and I will match you next $500. So that's $1,000 a family will be getting in groceries for the month of December. Now, $1,000 will go a long way. Some people of different religious belief would want to condemn me being a Muslim. Why would you want to condemn me being a Muslim? At the end of the day, you are not doing it, but people will condemn you. Why? Because I am a Muslim and we don't deal up with Christmas. Really? Let me tell you something. The biggest and the greatest blessings you could get from God is by doing an act of good, an act of charity. It does not have to be a religious background. So when people tell me, but Saeed is a Muslim and that is a pagan thing and that you're not supposed to be dealing in that, I am not studying Christmas, I am studying the good deed that I am doing. All through the year when I give hampers, do you hear anything about Muslim? You hear anything about Christian? You hear anything about Baptist? No! At that point in time, they would not condemn me. You know why? Because I am giving food. Every child in Trinidad and Tobago would love to get a toy. It's the Christmas time. All around the world, it doesn't matter what religious background you are from. You invite people to your home. Why? To partake in food, drinks, snacks. So when I hear people calling me and telling me, oh Saeed, you're a Muslim, you're not supposed to be involved in those things, let me tell you something. If you cannot give to make somebody smile or to make somebody happy, well, hush your damn mouth. And don't condemn me because as a Muslim and I giving out something to our school or something to our home or something to our classroom. Don't do that. Because I will light you up willfully on television. On television. When I'm a worker, there's a Presbyterian school. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how people is be so illiterate. There's a Presbyterian school. Well, I won't say a Presbyterian school, but there's a school in Barapo. Listen carefully, eh? Listen carefully. My staff, one member of my staff, we wanted to adopt a school. Adopt a school, meaning that the ministry, education ministry, is not funding the school. Yes, the teacher is getting paid, but the necessity in the school, they are not getting it. So listen good. One teacher reached out to my staff and asked if we could donate some toys and gift bag to her classroom. So my staff told her it's not a problem. Let us know how much children there is in the class. Let us know the age bracket, how much boys and how much girls. So my staff took the information. Listen how stink and dirty people is here. It could be a Christian school, it could be a Presbyterian school, it could be a Hindu school, it could be whatever school. Right? But the principal of that school, you stink. You're illiterate. I tell you that on national television. Even though you are the principal of a school. You see, common sense? Common sense is a heck of a thing. When you feel you're in position and you feel you can tell people where you want and walk over anybody, think again when you mention my name through your mouth. So here what happened. I just had to talk about this. Here what happened. When the teacher reached out to my staff to support the classroom with some toys and gift bag for the kids, because it's children. She wanted them to have a happy Christmas because lack of funding by certain board to the school. So my staff asked if they could take some pictures, not to post up on television and not to post on social media, because I understand you cannot post underage children on television or on social media platform without the consent of the parent. So the principal flew out here yesterday. So here the principal, when the teacher asked, the principal up and say, allegedly up and say, he wants no picture and he got to get consent from the parents and them, and Saieed Ali does nothing for them. So, you governing the school. You're the principal of the school. What the hell your board doing for you? What is your board doing for you? If your board was providing for your school, your teacher wouldn't have asked my staff to contribute. And I will bluntly say you're illiterate. Because if you had common sense, you would have never made such statement. So listen this. My staff and the teacher were relating together, and my staff was telling the teacher that we wanted to adopt a school. And seeing that the teacher related the incident to my staff of the board not funding them with X, Y, and Z, my staff said, okay, we will fund you. But that did not get into the ear of the principal. Understand what I'm saying clearly? Before you open the book, you don't judge the book. You don't judge the book. Keep in mind, the principal have never met me. Never. The principal doesn't know what type of individual I am. All he knows that he's a senior on TV, and he said, Saieed Ali cannot do nothing for him and his school. Then you have no idea what I could do for your school. Absolutely none. Absolutely none. And if I only mention the religious background of the board that governed that school, let me tell you something. You would be pulled before the committee that governs that religious school. Do not say that Saieed cannot maintain your school. You never came forward and asked me for nothing. Never. And this is what I get upset with people for. You didn't come out and ask. Your board not even supporting you. The board not even giving the school what they're supposed to get. But you want to condemn me? Oh, Saieed Ali cannot do nothing. Then you have no idea I could maintain your school for a whole damn year. But want to bad talk me? How much home you giving grocery? How much children you buying toys for? This year gonna make it about 4 years now we giving away toys. 4 years now. And I do ask nobody for nothing. The only thing I just ask people to do is plant a seed. You think it's my benefit? No, I don't have to ask you that. You believe in God? Plant a seed. And see if a miracle will happen to you. So down in Barapo, I want the principal know it came back to my ears. I want you to know that. And with your illiterate self, you would understand. But wait now. You know, I never reach out to Saieed for assistance. I never reach out to his staff or a member of his group for assistance. But you're quick to condemn. You're quick to condemn. So if you, Mr. Principal, feel that I'm afraid to call the specific denomination that runs your board or your school, tell yourself, I ain't afraid nothing. I ain't afraid nothing. I just light up ministers, I just light up the Alsing, everybody. You think calling your name will be a problem to me? No, Dan, check yourself. Check your illiterate self. To become a principal. But your statements, the way you condemn Saieed, check yourself. I could support your school for a whole year. As a money lender, where you is? You as a principal. You dependent on a stipend. You dependent on a paycheck. I'm not dependent. I lending money. That is the difference. So don't tell Saieed, I cannot do nothing for your school. You have no goddamn idea of what I could do for your school, Mr. Man. You're quick to condemn. You're quick, everybody, people will be quick to condemn. Why? Why? Your Prime Minister raised all taxes. Why you don't condemn him? Why you don't shout out his name in public? But you know what me and my staff decided? You know what? He can't make me happy. He can't make the children happy. He maybe can't even make your own home happy. You maybe cannot make your own home happy, but you're condemning Saieed? You have no idea what I could do. Hey, somebody's principal is easy, you know. But nevertheless, viewers, let me tell you something. Next year, March, we'll make it 5 years on television. And since I on television, when I came on television in 2018, 2019, a couple months after that, they had the biggest flood Trinidad have ever seen in 2018, 2019. And me and one businessman spent over $350,000 in giving out mattress, groceries, appliances for people. My second year, me and Ren Gopi Singh, Hard Gongs, everybody knows him as Hard Gongs. We went up Rio Claro and we gave away graduation dresses because we understand that there were kids in Rio Claro, children in Rio Claro, wanted to have a proper graduation. They couldn't afford it. Me and Ren Gopi Singh Hard Gongs went up in Rio Claro and we gave away over 300 graduation dresses. What the principal gave? I wonder if you can make your family happy. But you're condemning Saieed. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. You have no idea. When you condemn somebody, that same tongue that you condemn somebody with will flip on you. You have no idea. You don't. So tonight was about you, Mr. Principal. But I'm still coming tomorrow in your school. And I will give the classroom and the teacher the toys that we bought and the snack bag that we bought for them. If you step in my way, I will not hesitate to call your name on national television and the school you represent. That is how stupid I am. So if you feel I'm afraid, a defamation of character letter, come damn good, you know. Come damn good. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about Rowley retains PNM leadership with 92 votes. in the PNM party after this break.
Real Talk Credit Union stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Grove, Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also find us on Facebook at Real Talk Credit Union.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chabonas or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Tis the season, tis the reason for live Parang entertainment every Friday from now until Christmas from 7 to 8 p.m.
Good night, what do you know? We having fun. It's the Christmas season. It's time for giving, loving, sharing. What is it?
Yeah, yes man, I'm a parangero. I sing soca and chop me also. Soca prang no shooting bego. Soca prang no send me loco. I'm a parangero. I sing soca and chop me also.
Real Parang, Real Talk with Saieed. Hiya!
So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali has retained his position as political leader of the People's National Movement, winning 92% of the vote cast. Dr. Ali accumulated 8,424 votes, more than 8,000 votes than competitor Karen Nuez Teixeira, who got 345. The Minister of Energy and Energy Industry has been elected chairman of the party. Whoa, not bad, not bad. Commission of Inquiries continue, LMCS. So here it is. Ahmad Ali, the HSS manager of LMCS Limited, has now stated that when he arrived on berth 6 on February 25th, he saw no one preventing anyone. Hear this again. He saw no one preventing any rescue attempts. Mr. Ali, who is the nephew of LMCS owner Kazim Ali Sr., was testifying before the Commission of Inquiries set up to investigate the deadly accident. Earlier today, Mr. Ali was asked by Paria attorney at the inquiry, Senior Counsel Gilbert Peterson, about his witness statement to the commissioner before the hearing started. Peterson asked Mr. Ali about what he saw when he got to berth 6 around 7 p.m. on February 25th. Mr. Ali had previously stated that he did not see anyone diving when he arrived, nor did he see anyone preventing anyone from diving. He confirmed those statements were true when asked by Peterson. Mr. Ali also added that LMCS divers were instructed not to dive to rescue the 4 trapped divers. It's coming out. The response we got from Paria consistently was that no one was to enter the chamber and no one was to dive, Ali said. Land and Marine Contracting Service, LMCS, Managing Director Kazim Ali Sr. has stated that any undiluted horizontal section of sea line number 36 may have been responsible for the Delta P event, which eventually claimed the lives of 4 employees earlier this year. Ali stuck to his witness statement, provided to the CEO that there had to be a differential pressure Delta P hazard on sea line number 36 that Ali Jr., Christopher Bodram, Faisal Kuban, Yusuf Henry, and Rishi Nagasa worked on. He agreed that the content of the line underwater was a decisive factor to determine whether there was any active Delta P hazard which caused the inflatable plug installed in the line to be moved. Listen to this.
Since you, from your witness statement, says that you knew what Delta P was and differential pressure, would you not consider it was your duty that if you felt that there could have been risk of a Delta P, to have pointed it out to Paria?
Well, I didn't think there would be one. Remember, this job we had done similar a year before, and there was no consideration there.
But Mr. Ali, I'm just asking you again. You have agreed that the contents of the line underwater was a decisive factor to determine whether there could be an active Delta P?
In hindsight, yes.
In hindsight. So at that time you didn't...
I didn't think there would be a void in the line at that time.
Now viewers, Ali Sr. did not know what caused the pressure from the top to the bottom plug, but believed it could have been related to an undiluted pipe and air trapped there. He said when LMCS installed the plug, there was liquid unearthed. However, during the 10-day break between installation and resumption of work, the condition might have changed. He added that if he knew the pipeline was undiluted, he would have included a step of measuring the pressure on the riser at berth number 5 and number 6, which sea line number 36 connects to in the method statement. It's many things leading up to this incident, viewers, but we hope that it should, in the inquiry, would comes out, because at the end of the day, 4 individuals lost their lives. Caller, good night. Hello. Opposition MP for Kuva North, Ravi Ratiram, has claimed or has called on Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to fire National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines immediately. But they should have done that a long time now. In a media statement, the MP called Hines incompetent, accused him of sleeping on the job, and costing this country a price too dear to pay. Ratiram comments came in the light of 2 double homicides within 24 hours. One on Sunday in the Couva North constituency, and the other in the Couva South constituency on Monday. So they had one Sunday, and then they had one Monday. The MP also chastised the Rowley government, accusing them of failing to protect its citizens from criminals. He stated that after spending billions upon billions behind national security, the government had done absolutely nothing in the past 7 years to address the unacceptable level of crime, serious crime, effectively. The opposition MP also made numerous calls for improved lighting in several areas of his constituency, to repair and or maintain CCTV cameras, but to his cry for proper resourcing of the protective service has fallen on deaf ear and closed eye. Wow. Imagine that, eh? Imagine he's an attorney and he's pleading out to the government. My constituency needs CCTV camera. What is he getting in return? Closed eyes and deaf ear. That is what we get. We have a call. Caller, good night. Hello. Caller, good night.
And a very good evening to you, Mr. Saieed.
Good night, my friend. Welcome to Real Talk.
So, ever so often you would see Fitzgerald Hines for the picture appearing on various forums, various media. And he's always asleep. I know these are from the archives. But how come a speaker could allow such a thing to happen? The parliament is supposed to be the highest court in the land. Do you think if you have a matter in court, you could go and sleep in court side? What the magistrate or the judge would do? You cannot do that. So that in itself is a disrespect to the court, and the court, the parliament should not allow anybody, even the great Basil Pandey was sleeping in parliament at what time, Whitson Dukaran. All of these people is doing it, and it's ridiculous and it's very disrespectful. All the best.
Thank you, my friend. So here it is. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley address at the People's National Movement 50th Annual Convention took a mostly hostile tone as he focused on the opposition and major problems affecting Trinidad and Tobago. While the MP minced no word when describing the country's reality, he said the government's fight against the #1 problem, crime, was not over. He stated that this year there has been a recorded number of murders, even though there is an overall decline in general crime conducted. The murder tolls, 564 as of Sunday, had surpassed the worst year on record, 550 in 2018 by November 28. He added that the police and other security agencies are engaged in crime detection, but the current methods are not robust enough to bring the level of safety and security that the population deserves. Listen to our handsome Prime Minister.
This year, we already have a record number of murders, even as there is an overall decline in general criminal conduct. The murder rate is driven by the too easy availability of firearms, gang engagement, turf protection, and revenge killings. The police and other security agencies are permanently engaged in crime detection and suppression, but clearly the current systems and methods are not sufficiently robust to bring the level of safety and security that the population demands and deserves.
So I just want to say something. Former Commissioner of Police, Mr. Gary Griffith, could have clamped down of crime in Trinidad and Tobago. The acting commissioner of police, what is he doing? What is he doing? Look at the difference. A commissioner of police active for 3 years, and an acting commissioner of police who is presently there, give himself a B+ for doing what? A B+ for doing what the hell you're doing? So now we have the Prime Minister now saying that we're not good enough. The police trying their best. Your Minister of National Security is sleeping to start with. Jacob, well, I have no idea whether Jacob is in Trinidad or out of Trinidad. We don't see, we don't hear. Let me tell you something. I have television here, and they will hear my mouth from now until God ready to take my life, you know. I'm telling you. What you're doing? Are you sleeping? Dr. Rowley said the PNM government is not prepared to give up the fight against the criminal elements. Listen to this.
I have seen it said that this can be rectified by simply rotating ministers or politicizing the crime-fighting efforts. All this will do, as it has been doing, is to embolden the criminals who believe that the rest of the country does not have what it takes to bring the lawlessness under control. This PNM government is not prepared to give up the fight against the criminal element. And I want to repeat that. This PNM government is not prepared to give up the fight against the criminal element. We will continue to improve and to use the whole of government approach by resourcing the security agencies so they can perform more effectively.
Billions of dollars are getting performance. Trinidad and Tobago will judge the performance of TTPS and the acting commissioner of police, also the Minister of National Security. Caller, good night.
Yes, sir, good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Saeed, what is the general rate in serious crime, but how does it rate that? If murder is a crime?
I have no idea how they rate that, you know, because every day every day my phone is ringing, you know. Saeed, we now got robbed. Saeed, robbery taking place, so Saeed, then people get murdered. Saeed, and have a rape down, so.
Let me tell you something here, Saeed. What the PNM don't understand is that plenty of people who get home invasion and rob and things, they're not reporting it because the police can't help them, number one. And the next thing is that the business community, bandits ain't going to touch them because Gary gave them guns. That is a Rowley understanding. So you have to sit and go to Gary Griffith, then people ain't getting touched. So all these serious crime rates, when you're talking about, you have to thank Gary for that. But I want to touch on something real quick tonight, side. I was looking at TNTech, and TNTech said they're going to raise the rate by 67%.
Yes, I mentioned that last night, yes.
I don't know if I read it correctly here, right? And they were saying that's how the government owing TNTech. So what it is going to happen, the TNTech going to penalize the citizens, the man on the ground, because companies and the government, state-owned companies owing TNTech. I don't know if I'm reading this article properly, you know. But I should look.
You're reading it correct.
They're penalizing the poor man now because the government owing TNTech, so why they can't write off that bill? Like how they write off the water bill for the water park in China. And the Minister works and transport write off that bill, so why they can't write off the TNTech bill and stop raising the rate for poor people? The next thing I want to touch on, right, is this housing. You commented to charge people property tax on their hard-earned property, and then you're paying for people's life and water in HDC, in the housing in Port of Spain. Then people ain't pay no rent on the housing side. Are they correct if I'm wrong enough?
No, correct, well said.
And the last thing side, I noticed Colin Members have this way, he just come and talk to people and feel everybody in the country stupid now. He just come, I was listening to him very carefully when he talking about he have a surplus of $1 billion plus, right? Let me ask the country a question, right? That $1 billion you're talking about, they need minus all the money going to contractors in the country right now. They need minus all the VAT return when he ain't paid the businesses right now. When he minus all that, then he come and talk about surplus, don't come and fool people, because people don't understand what you're talking about. You feel like you fool everybody.
Correct.
Anyway, sorry, you enjoy your night.
Thank you, my friend. So we're going back to PM. He further stated that his government will continue to grow the economy so that job opportunities continue to become available and will encourage and support families to stay their siblings away from a life of crime. Listen to this.
We will continue to grow the economy so that job opportunities will continue to become available, and we will encourage and support families to steer their siblings and progeny away from a life of crime and away from the clutches of the recruiters to a life of crime.
So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Real Talk Credit Union stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Grove, Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also find us on Facebook at Real Talk Credit Union.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chabonas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Tis the season, tis the reason for live Parang entertainment every Friday from now until Christmas from 7 to 8 p.m.
Good night, what do you know? We are having fun. It's the Christmas season. It's time for giving, loving, sharing. What is it?
Yeah, yes man, I'm a parangero. I sing so can shut me also. So I bring no shooting bego. So I bring no send me loco. I'm a parangero. I sing so can shut me also. The season them what I take your move them.
Real Parang, Real Talk with Saieed. Hiya!
So welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Remember, Real Talk Credit Union information is giving you 4% on fixed deposit. 4%. That is $4,000 per year on $100,000 invested on a fixed deposit at Real Talk Credit Union. Where are you getting that? Go to any credit union. Go to any banks in Trinidad and Tobago and find out what is your interest rate on your fixed deposit. If you're not getting 4%, well, what I can tell you? Pull it out and drop it in Real Talk Credit Union. Drop it on Credit Union and Real Talk Credit Union. So, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has yet again boasted that his government social program and protection for vulnerable groups. This as he reminded supporters that they can look forward to the release of $260 million for healthcare workers, as well as the $1,000 one-off payment for every pensioner or anyone on public assistance or receiving a disability grant and food support. So this $1,000 is going to be traveling allowance. He said this payment will offset any anticipated rise in expense due to the increase in fuel price associated with the reduction of the fuel subsidy. Hold on there. Who raised the fuel price? Who raised the fuel price? Not the government of this country. And then they say they give the citizens them, if you're paying $7,000, if you're collecting $7,500, you're getting a tax break. You're getting a tax break, which would lead to $1,200 per year, between $1,200 to $1,500 per year. But listen this. When they give you that break for the year now, they came and they work it out back now to $200 per month or $250 per month, somewhere there. So your gas bill technically didn't go down. The $250 you will be getting back. Where it going? It going in gas. It going in gas. Citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, do the maths. Do the maths. Everything created in a circle right there. There is no benefit to you and I. So when they come in, but come and say, here what? Hold on. Director, run that video.
The rest of us acknowledge the yeoman service of our health sector, standing in the breach for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And it is in recognition of this unique situation that the Minister of Finance, on your behalf, on my approach to the Cabinet, has instructed the immediate distribution of $260 million to be paid to the healthcare workers at all levels before Christmas. Every pensioner, anyone on public assistance, or receiving a disability grant or food support will get $1,000 in a one-off payment in January 2023. This payment is to offset any anticipated rise in expenses due to increase in the fuel price subsidy, which is associated by the reduction that we took recently.
It would offset anything. $1,000 in January, and that's it. That's it for the rest of the year. Do you think you get good in a basket? You ain't get no good in no basket. Because after that month, after the January month of the offset of $1,000, you're going back to February broken. I'll come now, man. We ain't stupid. We ain't no duncy head people. The PM also stated that during the difficult period 2015 to 2022, his government completed and commissioned the new Cuba Hospital, built the Arima Hospital, the Point Fortin Hospital, and many others. Listen to this.
It is to be noted that during the difficult period 2015 to 2022, that we completed and commissioned the new Cuba Hospital. We built the Arima Hospital, the Point Fortin Hospital, and the outstanding Diego Martin Health Facility. We also constructed the Roxborough Hospital, and we are constructing the long-awaited Sangre Grande Hospital. Many of these facilities played a pivotal role in our success in delivering health care and management to COVID patients.
Now, viewers, he said, if it would have been welcomed if his government could have received support from UNC parliamentarians' colleague, but instead lies and misinformation was spread. Listen to this after we go comment.
This was a time when the PNM government and our public health officials were saving lives and creating thousands of job opportunities for the construction workers who built these facilities and others. How welcome would it have been if we could have received even tacit support from our UNC parliamentary colleagues. If not in deeds, even a kind word would have contributed. But instead, what we got were harebrained prescriptions of sunshine and punching, hydroxychloroquine and chlorine, as well as outrageous lies, irresponsible accusations, and deliberate misinformation.
Now, if the Prime Minister said they build the hospitals, kudos. Well done. Well done. We know the UNC built the Couva Hospital, and the PNM commissioned it. Remember when I was telling DL saying, why the hell you don't open the Couva Hospital? So the praises will go to you as the minister who opened the hospital. I don't care who built it, you know. I don't care who built it. Whether it's UNC, whether it's PNM. But you're servicing the people. And this is what I just look at. I don't care which government built police station, hospital, or the ambulance. That is your job. That is your duty to provide for the citizens of our country. Call it good night.
Good night, Saieed.
To you, my friend.
You know, I always think this Prime Minister is a lying Prime Minister, but I could give you one or two occasions that he was not lying, he was speaking the truth. Remember when he made that profound statement while in opposition, that if the government cannot deal with crime, then the government itself is part of the problem, or is the cause of it. But those are profound words. Let me prove him to be true. He refuses. He said that he would not rotate no national security minister. But that's so much a fact, because it is not the national security minister that needs rotating, sir. It is the government that needs rotating. So that is a profound statement. Look at his government again. You know, in what say we spend more than the US and whatever. You have three looking into container. What kind of eyes they have? Do they have bionic eyes, or what kind of eyes? Isn't that where all the guns and whatever coming from? So those are profound words. That exactly now we see they are part and parcel of the crime. As a matter of fact, they are the cause of the crime. You remember when Gary Griffith came out and said, why is the government in bed with all these gang leaders, giving them contracts and all these kind of things? This is the man that's supporting it. So he is the root cause of all the crime. So, sir, it is not rotating the national security minister. What we need immediately is a rotation of the government. That is what we need, and that is how crime would be solved. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Concerning the distribution grant, the minister further noted that the target date for distribution of the transport grant is on or before the end of January 2023, as stated in the 2023 budget statement. Listen.
In order to ensure that all those who are entitled to receive the transport grant do in fact receive it, the period between the end of October 2022, after the 2023 budget was approved, and the end of January 2023 was selected as a reasonable period within which the list of recipients of the transport grant could be finalized and checked for accuracy prior to disbursement. B. The target date for distribution of the transport grants is on or before the end of January 2023, as stated in the 2023 budget statement.
Saying concerning Cuban medicals, Get this. We have Dr. right here in Trinidad. What happened to we nurses and doctors? They're not valuable? Go listen to this. Minister of Health Terence Singh have stated that his ministry is seeking to recruit Cuban medical specialists to do surgeries in the public health sector. He made this statement while responding to a question from Faizabad MP Dr. Lakram Bodhi in the House of Representatives on Friday. Singh stated that there are 128 awaiting procedures and 23 patients need urgent attention who will be referred to private health system. Listen to what to say.
As at November 16, 2022, the total number of patients awaiting vitreoretinal surgery at the ophthalmology clinic of San Fernando General Hospital is 128.
Supplemental, member for Faizabad.
Thank you for your answer, Minister. Minister, in view of this, can you state what arrangements have been made to deal with this waiting list?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Of the 128, we have identified 23 for urgent attention. Those cases will be sent to the private sector, as we do, because, as you know, we don't perform VR surgeries at this time in the public sector.
The other thing disclosed that he was in Cuba 2 months ago, and an official correspondent on the recruitment of the specialist was sent to Cuba last week. Listen to this.
We are seeking to recruit specialists from Cuba to work in the public health system to do these surgeries, which will alleviate the need for having to go to the private sector to get it done. Thank you very much.
Supplemental, Faizabad, member.
Thank you, Minister. So my information is that the last specialist had left the job about 3 months ago. Can you indicate what sort of time frame you expect to have a new specialist at the San Fernando Hospital?
Minister.
We are working on two fronts. I was in Cuba 2 months ago. The letter actually went out from my office to Cuba last week, requesting not only VR surgeons, but also specialist surgeons to work in the public sector. Also, we are looking at one local who has indicated his willingness to work in the public sector, and we hope that that comes to fruition in early 2023.
So Trinidad and Tobago, we probably have about 3 minutes left on our program, but before we go, I want you all to take in this. There seems to be a controversy going on between who is a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago and who is an outside citizen concerning HGC houses. So Camille Robinson Regis stated that all persons who receive a HGC home are citizens of Trinidad and Tobago who resides in various parts of our country. Listen to Camille.
The persons who received houses in the HGC's House for Christmas program are all citizens or permanent residents of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago who reside in various parts of the country, in various parts of the country prior to being allocated housing through their qualification for an HGC unit.
She also added that the criteria for qualification for persons to acquire HGC home in the Homes for Christmas initiative were the same one used by HGC in its normal process. Listen to Camille.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, it's the same criteria that is always used by the HGC. The persons would have had to apply for the house, and they would have had to qualify in accordance with the HGC qualifications. And once they did qualify, they were allocated a home. Some of these persons are persons who have been awaiting qualification or allocation for several years. And in the normal course, with the HGC's qualification criteria, they qualified, and so they were allocated housing.
Did she say that these people have been waiting for houses for several years? Several years? When you go to a bank, a commercial bank in Trinidad and Tobago, in 30 days they will tell you if your loan is approved or not. In 30 days. 30 days. So how the hell HGC now have someone waiting several years? How is that? How is that even possible? How come? Why is that? But nevertheless, before we wrap up tonight's show, viewers, There's a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Synergy Network. Real Talk Credit Union is offering you 4% on fixed deposit. We have 2% on annual savings. Come and open an account for your child. Financial Institute is barring you from opening an account for your child. Why not come down to Real Talk Credit Union? Why not? But nevertheless, viewers, we are out of time for tonight. But ila antar kabazuroba ila inna samaturoba. Not because you are a leader with power in your hand, you will take advantage of the people that follows you. That is to the PNM administration. Good night, viewers.